Welcome everyone to the April 2nd, 2026 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you please rise and join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. It's great to see a big crowd here this morning. It's always good to see. I'm Jeff Benton, President of the Board this year. To my right is our Vice President, Gary Merrill. Left is fellow Commissioner Barb Lewis, our Administrator, Tracy Davies, Deputy Administrator, Don Houston, and our clerks, Jennifer Walraven, Brandy Wilson. We can begin.
Resolution number 26-217 in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held March 26, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Vote?
Vote on motion 26-217. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment today. That brings us to item number 3, resolution number 26-218. In the matter of approving purchase orders that announce certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 0401.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Vote?
Vote on motion 26-218. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-219, setting date and time for a public hearing with respect to the proposed issuance by Delaware County of its revenue bonds pursuant to Chapter 140 of the Ohio Revised Code to finance and refinance hospital facilities for the benefit of Ohio Living PAL LLC located in Delaware County.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Vote?
Vote on motion 26-219. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-220, in the matter of determining the sufficiency of the application to add a certain parcel of real property to the Evans Farm New Community Authority District, and to amend the petition for the establishment of the Evans Farm New Community Authority as a new community authority, and fixing the date, time, and place for a public hearing under Chapter 349 of the Ohio Revised Code.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Just briefly
Commissioners,
explain what
Tracy
this
Davies.
is.
Yes, Administrator. This is just really determining the sufficiency of the application, which our General Counsel has done, and then our General Counselor will go into more details at the hearing on May 4th.
Right. Yeah, we're setting the hearing date and assuring that the application is adequate. So, Jennifer, let's vote.
Vote on motion 26-220. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-221, in the matter of reappointing members to the Evans Farm New Community Authority Board of Trustees.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Good morning, Commissioners. Jane Hawes, Director of Communication. We do have before you a resolution that would reappoint Pat Blaney and Cy Keeley to the Evans Farm New Community Authority, and we recommend your approval.
Okay.
I'd just like to say that, Pat has served this county in so many ways, and really appreciate his service, and of course, Cy Keeley from the auditor's office as well. So just thank him for the willingness to support and help.
Yeah. So happy they're willing to serve again. They've done a great job.
Yeah, Pat was at the Health District annual meeting.
He's on that board.
Yeah, he's so active. He's on the TID. It'll be TID next week. Just really great. And Cy is on a number of boards as well, so I want to thank both of them. Vote, please, Jennifer.
Vote on motion 26-221. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Christine?
Next, we have a presentation and a proclamation, so I'll go ahead and I'll read the presentation, or proclamation. Resolution number 26-220, in the matter of approving a proclamation to recognize Second Chance Month in Delaware County.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? You want to do the vote first?
I'll do the vote first.
Okay,
and
let's
then
do the
we-
vote.
Vote on motion 26-222. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye. All right, we'll open it up for comments. Recognize Cassie. Cassie's here pretty early. So if you could introduce, we're recording this, so whoever speaks, if they could just speak in front of the microphone and introduce yourselves for the record.
Thank you for having us today.
Now
My
we get a
name-
little closer to the mic.
Yeah, to the
My
mic.
name is Tori Dimick. I'm from Southeast Healthcare, and I facilitate our local reentry coalition.
I'm Cassie Neff. I'm the Criminal Justice Programs Manager for the Delaware County Sheriff's Office. Jillian Armstrong with the Delaware County Sheriff's Office. I'm the jail program coordinator.
Okay, great.
Aspen Pennington at Southeast Healthcare, Forensic Case Manager.
Okay, great. Welcome, ladies.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us today to share a little bit more. I wanted to share more about our Reentry Coalition and what we do. If it will go to the next slide. Okay. So the Delaware Reentry Coalition is a network of community partners from different sectors, from nonprofit and government entities that all come together. Our mission is to create a more connected community by helping justice-involved individuals achieve self-sufficiency and lasting personal change through collaborative support. What does that mean exactly? It means that we all work together to identify any gaps or needs in our community for offering support to our justice-impacted neighbors. We have about 35 different agencies involved from different sectors, from housing, criminal justice, mental health, religious sectors, and many more as listed here on the screen. Many of our members are also here with us today. If you don't mind raising your hand to identify yourself. Thank you. So this is a true, what a true continuum of care looks like from incarceration to reentry. When systems align, people don't fall through the cracks. And with that, I'll introduce Cassie.
Thank you. Good morning. So to first understand why reentry is so important, we need to understand who is in the jail. We know that people leaving the Delaware County Jail are 10 times more likely to overdose than anybody in the general population. And nearly over half of the fatalities from overdose in the county were known to the jail system. We have a population that is significant clinical need. There are 62% of our entire inmate population on behavioral health medications. That includes both mental health and medicated assisted treatment for addiction recovery. And I'm not just talking about Zoloft, I'm talking about antipsychotic medications. The vast majority of these individuals are on that type of intervention. And also 15% of our population required a medical detox management protocol. So this is not a small subset. This is our jail's population. The jail is the county's de facto mental health facility, detox center, and homeless shelter. And last year, over 2,400 individuals were released from the jail. Every one of these impacts public safety, our healthcare systems, and our economy. And reentry is the work that determines what direction this is going to go. The good news is this work is making measurable differences. So our recidivism rates, people that participate in the LINK program, that stands for Lives in Need of Connection. We have been running this program since 2017, and each year, people participating in this, their recidivism rates are cut in half or more. Last year, the recidivism rate for program participants in LINK were 16% compared to our jail's general population, which is 52%. We are addressing homelessness. We've reduced homelessness from 45% down to 17% through the work of the LINK program and the Reentry Coalition at large. Treatment. People that participate in the LINK program, they stay engaged in treatment on average for 25 days post-release from jail. This is critical for helping to prevent relapse and overdose. Employment. When somebody is employed 1 year after their release from jail, the recidivism rate drops dramatically. It actually mirrors the same recidivism rate of the LINK program, and this employment data is separate. We got this from Delaware County Job and Family Services. So they are also seeing a 16% recidivism rate compared to 52% for those who do not gain employment after release from jail. And our systems impact. Since this work has begun, we have seen a 35% reduction in our jail population and also a 42% in jail bookings at large. When we had first started the LINK program, on average, there were 240 inmates in the Delaware County Jail, and now there are 140. So it is a strong return on investment. I was at a state stepping up meeting a couple weeks ago, and I got to hear Ohio Attorney General Yost, and he said that every dollar spent on reentry efforts is a return to the community of $5. That just kind of stuck with me, that we are doing smart work. We are making smart investments in our community. And behind all of these numbers that I share with you today are stories, so we have testimonies to share.
Thank you. Good morning. So on the previous slides that Cassie explained, these statistics are amazing and they obviously show that the change is being made, but also the people that those statistics came from are real humans that we get to serve, including Patrick, who's mentioned on this slide, and a couple other folks that you'll see in a picture in the next slide. Patrick reminds us that change doesn't happen in isolation, but with supportive resources utilized through his life. With these resources, Patrick was able to obtain employment with NAMI Ohio, and we have the privilege of working with him as a community partner today. Patrick experienced extensive abuse, substance use, and mental illness through his early life, which led to a pivotal moment in 2021 where he had attempted suicide by cop. This led to him making the decision to enter a guilty plea, getting on probation, then getting connected with the Common Police mental health docket, and then graduating that docket. Patrick wanted to be here today to present his own story, but due to scheduling conflict, couldn't, so he was able to leave me with this quote. "My life would not be what it is today if it weren't for the second chances. I've had more of them than many have even offered, and for that I am more grateful than words alone could ever express. But beyond second chances themselves, I attribute my successes not only to myself and my own desire to improve the quality of my life, but to the support, the services, and the resources provided by the individuals and organizations which participate in things like reentry. Without them, no matter how much I desire to make positive changes to my life, it may very well have not been possible for me to do so." For our next testimony, Jillian will be talking about part of Dustin's story. Thank you.
Good morning. I have the privilege this morning to tell part of Dustin's story. Dustin's first use was at age 13, starting with weed and alcohol, and by the time he had turned 16, this had escalated to cocaine and acid. Since his first use, he has overdosed over 8 times, many of which resulted in the use of Narcan and hospitalizations. Beginning in 2015 with a sentence to CBCF, Dustin has spent time in several institutions, including multiple bookings at the Delaware County Jail. The turning point for Dustin was when a judge in Delaware County told him, "Your life is only half over. You have time to make these changes." Dustin reconnected with the Link team in 2023. He connected with ongoing individual and group counseling services, a positive support network, and reentry case management. He was referred to SNAP benefits, provided gas cards and work boots, and connected with medication-assisted treatment. Community partners came together to offer wraparound services to walk alongside him during his path to recovery. And Dustin stated, "If you can't learn from your choices and mistakes, what's the point in that?" For Dustin, connection to the Link program and other community providers changed his life. It provided a safe space for him to unashamedly tell his story and address the root cause of his use. And Dustin stated, "My biggest support through all of this is having a team that has taught me how to communicate my feelings and how to properly handle them. This team includes Jillian from the Delaware County Jail, Aspen, George, and Michael at Southeast Healthcare, and my probation officer, Brittany Webb." For one final testimony, I'm going to pass it off to Tori to close this out.
Marilyn's story also starts from an early age of abuse, be it mentally, physically, sexually, all of these which led her to self-harm through substance use and high-risk behaviors, which resulted in her incarceration for 17 years. She came out of prison with no family supports due to being from a different state and no other connections aside from her parole officer. Thankfully, through the connection that we have with Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections, many parole officers know to look for reentry coalitions in their local counties. So her parole officer was able to refer her to us at Southeast for the local reentry coalition. where we were able to help connect her to a variety of services to support her as she had nobody else. Marilyn leaves us with these quotes. My support started in the prison from a correction officer and then my parole officer who connected me to Southeast, which was a second chance that brought the acceptance, the care, and the guidance. And hearing, we don't care where you were, we care about where you're going. Please, if you take nothing else from this, just take the fact that a second chance can make all the difference in a person's life. It certainly did for me. These stories are representative of the work our coalition does and the importance of the partnerships we build through it. We've collected data from the following sources. If you would like more information, feel free to reach out and contact me. I would also like to personally invite you all to our reentry resource fair on May 26th. I do have flyers with me if you would like one. And if you would also like to join our reentry coalition, we meet the first Tuesday of the month. Again, you can reach out to me if you would like more information or follow us on our Facebook page. I would like to close out by thanking the commissioners once again for having us here today and leave you with one of my favorite quotes. No one can do everything together, no one can do everything, but everyone can do something. And by doing more, and we do more by working together.
Very, very true. Thank you. Thank you all.
Boy, thank you.
Comments from
Well, I can't let Cassie sit down without saying a few words, but I'd like you, Cassie, and first of all, second chance, and thank you so much for coming and explaining, and really, the individual testimonies are just so moving, and what you're doing is again, it's saving lives, and you do such a wonderful job at it. I mean, my gosh, and it's tough work, but the pride that you take in your work, and you see the examples of people whose lives were saved. Second chance is federal legislation that was passed and by both houses, it was really championed by former Senator Rob Portman. And he was here at one of our homes, one of our reentry homes, as a matter of fact. But he has since left Congress. But his legislation has prevailed, and it was just passed again by Congress very, very recently. And so it's just a wonderful framework from which all the good has come from. But I wondered, Cassie, we received an invite to reentry simulation. And you and I have gone through that, as you reminded me. But if you could explain that program and the importance of actually having people accept the invite and see what it is and go through it.
Of course. And before I do that, to piggyback on Senator Portman's Second Chance Act, is Delaware County received the Second Chance Act grant, and that was actually my first job at the Sheriff's Office. So that's when I first started as a case manager, and when the grants expired, Sheriff Martin saw the true value of investing in reentry work, and that was kind of the seed that grew what you see today in the jail. So.
Oh, thank you for thank you. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Okay.
important.
So what's the difference between the reentry fair and the reentry simulation? Both wonderful, amazing events, but the reentry fair, this is a local event that we are offering for people in the criminal justice system and their families. So we're gonna have all community providers. It's very similar to the health fair that the county does. There'll be community providers that will have tables, and folks can come get fed and get connected to services. So that is the reentry fair on May 26th.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm. The reentry simulation is more for anybody interested in the reentry work or professionals working in that system. And this is a really cool activity where you get a firsthand experience of what it feels like to be a person getting out of jail. It's very scenario based, and there's role play where you will take on a character and you'll have a family unit, and then you have your task, right? Like either you'll be the family member, and then your team member will be the person coming out of jail, and then somebody else will be their child, and then you're timed. You got to get groceries, you have to pick your kid up, you got to meet your probation officer, you have to do all the things and see if you're successful or not. So it's a very, it's a reality check, really. And then there's also like these fun characters where you get tempted to do criminally involved things to survive. And then there's police officers that walk around and you might get thrown in jail, and then you got to wait through the court system. So anywho, if you are available, I highly recommend it. It was a lot of fun for Barb and I work in this world, and I learned a lot. It was very eye-opening for me.
It really, I remember when I was doing it, you know, going along, okay, things are good and all this, and then, oh, your check bounced. Oh. I mean, and it's like, okay, so what do I do? Well, who? Okay, run to the bank, or, you know, I mean, just, and of course, a lot of people wouldn't even have a checking account yet. So, but it really brings home some of the barriers that people face, and then how, and again, you know, especially when you don't have a lot of connections or any connections, then what do you do? What do you do to make sure that your life is still on the right track here? So, but thank you. Thank you. As you all know, Cassie is the leader of Stepping Up, and we've received national awards, state, national, local awards for all your work, Cassie, and that of your team. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guess
Kathy, could you go back to the page that lists all the partners?
Yeah, that was impressive.
This gives you some idea of the number of different partners in the county in so many ways that serve to make this county better. And I'm going to pick an example. Veterans Court, for example. I'm not sure it's directly involved with your program, but it's a program that helps veterans who have had an issue and get through it. And I always leave those. I try to go to every one of them. I've missed a couple, but I've gone to most of them. I always leave there feeling really good about our county and feeling really good about that individual that I think is turned around and maybe going in the right direction. But we see it in so many different ways. Now, Cassie, does someone volunteer to be part of this program in jail, or is it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you kind of educate them and encourage them to do it? What's the process of getting to?
Jillian hustles everybody at jail. Every person that comes in our jail and is screened, she is reaching out to them.
Okay, very good. And I know that we have Deanna here from Mental Health. Did you want to say anything since you're here to show support?
good idea.
I knew you were going to.
Good idea.
So
Yeah.
I'll say a couple things, and I'm going to second what you said. So the board funds the fiscal and administrative oversight of the Reentry Coalition through Southeast Healthcare, but we're not the doers. We're not the drivers of the work. It's a true partnership. And by the way, you've done a fabulous job, I have to tell you, because Tori's employment at Southeast really enabled us to develop a partnership with the criminal justice system that we'd not had. And I think the work speaks for itself. Every single entity there, donates time, energy, resources, staffing to make this all a success. It's an example of a community-based coalition that's working. And I thank you for that, because I think that takes a lot of energy and effort. So to your point, yes, not every county has that right there that you see on that slide.
Yeah.
And we recognize that. We may fund it, but they do the work.
Well, and while you're standing there,
Can't go to
You
work.
know, we all have special days in our life, and to come to this event today on a special day in your life, and do you want to share what that day is?
It's my 59th birthday.
Oh,
I'm so proud of that. Gary
Yeah.
called me and
Well,
said
we're
39,
also-
right? And I'm like, no, 20 years off.
We're also proud of the 9 years you've served in the capacity you're currently in. Health. You do a great job, and
Now, how did you
Thank
know
you for
that
being
today
here.
was her birthday?
I
He calls
have
me every year. Yeah, 9 years, June 1st, I started in 2017, so.
217.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
so,
Thank you.
Yeah.
so thank you for
Happy
all you do
birthday.
and
Happy
all
birthday.
that all of you are doing. So thank you very much. So that's my comment.
Oh, that's right.
That's great.
Just,
Yeah, don't come to session unless you're ready to be, if it's your
that's right,
birthday.
and, yeah,
Because he will know.
Right.
He will know and call you out. The list was very impressive, but I also was super impressed, Cassie, by the statistics, you know, the results. And that's what so often we don't hear about, but it's impressive. And I know Commissioner Lewis has been a huge champion and a participant in this whole the broader program stepping up and so on. And it's remarkable, you know, the homelessness, the treatment engagement, reducing the jail population. I mean, that's something we've noticed, you know, over the years is significant reduction. And it's not just a blip. I mean, it's been steadily coming down and it's stayed down. And again, that's, you know, just a huge tribute to and you're saving lives, you know, and that's obviously the most important thing. So, so anyway, thank you all for all you do, and we're glad to participate in this. I think we call it Second Chance Month, so that's good, on April 2nd. So anyway, we do have a proclamation. I will read that quickly, and then we'll get a picture if everybody wants to come on up, and we'll do that. Commissioner Lewis broke her glasses, so she can't read it.
I know.
All right, this is the proclamation that we just approved. Whereas the successful reentry of formerly incarcerated individuals is a primary factor in maintaining public safety and reducing recidivism rates within Delaware County, and reflects the community's commitment to second chances. Justice-involved individuals experience systemic barriers to successful reentry, specifically with finding jobs, housing, and access to medical and behavioral health care. These barriers then limit meaningful second chances. And whereas empirical data shows that providing a true second chance through access to employment, housing, and health care reduces recidivism, decreases involvement in the criminal justice system, lowers public costs, and strengthens communities by supporting individuals in becoming employed, tax-contributing citizens, stable family members, and active parents. And whereas the Delaware Reentry Coalition serves as a coordinating body to expand access to second chances by providing resources, advocacy, and transitional guidance for individuals navigating the reentry process. And Second Chance Month is designated to increase public awareness of the importance of second chances for individuals who have completed their legal obligations, and to facilitate opportunities for employers and community organizations to engage in reentry efforts. And whereas the Delaware Reentry Coalition invites the community to attend the Reentry Resource Fair at the Bixby Building on May 26, 2026 from 3 to 6 p.m. and actively connect with local service providers, discover vital support networks, and be part of creating meaningful second chances in Delaware County. Now therefore be it resolved that we, the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim April 2026 as Second Chance Month in Delaware County. Signed, Commissioners Jeff Benton, Barb Lewis, and Gary Merrill. So, thank you all.
We need to get one more. I need to make one more introduction.
Okay,
Sure. He's sitting back there. I think he knows I'm going to call him. Mark Taglione from our, yeah. Could you just come forward and do you have anything? I know you work so closely, Mark, with this. Mark heads our corrections and recovery, so you definitely deserve credit too.
Yeah, I tried to hide in the back, but I guess I can't really hide, can I? And Mark Taglione, Chief Probation Officer, Adult Court Services. I can just reiterate what everything that was said here. Our office wouldn't make it without the community providers that we have to refer our clients to, mental health, drugs, substance abuse. So I'm appreciative of that. I'm appreciative that the reentry committee, it's came back. We had one, and Diane Bricker was a facilitator of that, and then James took it over, so it was kind of a locomotive chewing up, but then obviously James left and Tori took over and is keeping it moving, and through everybody's help, and we're keeping it going and having reentry fairs. And so I just want to thank the community partners and again appreciate the commissioners of recognizing this month as Second Chance Month. So thank you, and thank you, Commissioner Lewis.
You're welcome. One question I have for anyone too, I believe a new housing, that some housing has just opened up. And if anybody could just tell us a little bit about that, or, all right, oh my
right,
gosh,
I'll
this
step
is
aside.
the,
Thank you very
thank
much.
you, Mark,
Thanks,
thank
Thanks
you.
for everything you guys do.
Yeah,
Good morning.
welcome.
Well, thank you very much. My name is Chuck Nell. I sit on the board of St. Vincent New Beginnings House, which has just opened up this past month. We'll have our first resident in the house this coming Monday.
Oh, great.
And it's a way to help support the Total Reentry Coalition. The fact that we're giving these gentlemen a place to lay their head at nighttime and support a safe housing environment, as well as a transitional and transactional department as well. So we'll have navigation programs inside the house to help them continue their life skills around relationship, anger management, addiction, just basic life skills to help support them in their reentry. So we're very excited to open up and to actually make a difference in guys' lives.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
This is for those leaving jail?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and or treatment centers. So our first resident is actually going to come from West Central, but has also been part of the LINK program while he was in Delaware County Jail, and part of the navigation program.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, we're super excited.
Where is it, Mark?
It is it's over on Eaton Street.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
you're in town.
We're downtown in Delaware, yeah. And it's a perfect location for access for employment opportunities, which is also critical in terms of next step for
Sure.
reentry.
Sure. Oh, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you. We're excited. Thanks again. Appreciate the board.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, thanks, Jeff. I guess we can get a picture.
Anybody else?
Anybody else?
Well, they're all coming up for the picture.
Oh,
They don't
absolutely.
know
All
that.
right, let's get a picture.
Okay, good.
That's perfect. Could you take one with us? No, you're in it.
Phone. All right, thank you. Thank you.
We were very intentional. And you were great.
Thank you.
I think you're going to get one, just say that.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Boy, that was really great. We got everybody from the different areas.
Kind of shows you. Gosh,
That's right. Oh, it does. Oh, it does.
35 organizations.
Yeah, that was just.
Okay, are we ready
My
for
computer
item
doesn't
number 8?
work anymore. I'll tell you. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the resource fair. Flyers.
Oh, just
Oh, yeah.
I'll take them. I'll make sure they get them. I know where they sit.
Oh, yeah.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bunch of 'em.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone. Tracy's hustling back.
Yeah.
All right, Jennifer, I think we're ready to resume.
Item number 8, resolution number 26-223, in the matter of approving a service agreement with Patterson Pope Incorporated for high-density storage system at the county records center.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Any comments? Dawn?
Good morning, Commissioners. Dawn Houston, Deputy Administrator. As you know, we have renovations going on at the Willis Building, and Patterson Pope will be providing shelving units in our book storage room for the historical books and maps. We are also adding another storage room for shredding that boxes will go to await their shred day. And we are looking forward to having that, and I know a lot of our departments will as well, so that they can move the boxes out of their offices and they can be stored at the Record Center until the shred day happens. So we are recommending your approval of this resolution. It actually is part of the overall project for the Willis Building renovations. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-223. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-224, in the matter of approving the RQI program renewal change order by and between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, Delaware County Emergency Medical Services, and RQI Partners LLC, now assigned to Lateral Medical Corporation.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Morning, Commissioners. Jeff Fischel, Delaware County EMS. Before you is an agreement between us and Laerdal for their RQI platform. This will be the second continuation of the contract, if you will. Essentially what this is us and the different agencies that participate under the Pre-Hospital Care Board. And I'm happy to say that this time around there's 3 more agencies that will be joining. Scioto, Elm Valley, and Porter Kingston Township Fire Department are joining this program as well. But it's a quarterly continuous education of CPR, BLS level CPR, advanced life support, and pediatric advanced life support. It's been well received. The departments that utilize it really like it, and it's one of the more robust programs at the Pre-Hospital Care Board. Here to answer any questions.
Yeah, yeah. I love including everybody, and that's great.
Good overview. Jennifer?
Vote on motion 26-224. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Deb.
Administrator reports.
Nothing from me today, thank you.
Nothing for me either.
Commissioner Merrill?
Just have a couple of things. First of all, I attended the National Vietnam War Veterans Day Sunday at 3 o'clock. I had a ceremony out front here in our veterans area, and you know, all 3 of us kind of grew up in the Vietnam era. Those soldiers came back and really were not given the same acknowledgement that most of the other wars got, and it's and on the Recognition Act of 2017 is March 29th is the date, and that's the date is acknowledgement that occurs every year. And it was well attended, and it's also a great day to just remind it of the role they played and the lives that were lost during that war. The other thing is Sunday's Easter, and that's a huge holiday, certainly for the Christian community and the young people who will be out doing Easter egg hunts and everything. So, but let's all try to remember what the day really is for. And that's all I have.
Okay. Commissioner Lewis?
Just want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Easter and a big, very, very important event.
Yep, yep. Fun, but serious.
Yes,
nevertheless.
right.
Yeah. Just a couple other things. We had our legislative update last Friday. Again, the focus is property taxes and all the different initiatives and ideas that are being discussed and so on, and the coalition that's being formed to address that. Then we had a subco board meeting last Friday as well, and then yesterday we had our executive director interviews. The 3 finalists, we interviewed them. We're gonna meet next week to hopefully zero in on one of those 3, and we'll see where that goes. So subco hopefully we'll have a permanent executive director. Mike Kendall, the previous executive director, is serving an interim role. So yeah, everything's going well, but Mike wanted to retire a year ago, and he did, and we brought him back out of retirement. So.
You brought him back.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
figuratively.
You live in Colorado.
Yeah, he flies back every month now. So that's it. I don't think we need executive session
We do
today.
not.
So with no further business, we